All right. Welcome back to the Astro Daddy podcast. My name is Danny Santos, and I'm here to talk about a topic that I've been meaning to talk about for a long time. I've developed my own theory of what is known as the underworld signs of the zodiac. Excuse me. The underworld signs of the zodiac. So we move to our third underworld sign of the zodiac, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is what I like to call the light in the darkness. When we think about the Sagittarius archetype, we have the demon slayer, the bounty hunter, the archer, the priest. And Sagittarius is the sign of demons. So once we deal with the dead, once we go into the underworld, once we face all of these shadows, demons. And I like to say that our demons are our greatest teachers. Sagittarius is the things that haunts us beyond the grave. It's the fear of things coming to find us, coming to haunt us, and ultimately coming to destroy us. That's why Sagittarius comes with the archetype of the demon slayer, learning to face your demons head on, the archer. But it's also learning to dodge your demons. Maybe not having severity, maybe not addressing something right flat out, but instead finding the shades of gray in life. Learning how to avoid what is coming your way. You see it coming. It's the trickster. It's the person who can escape darkness. So, Sagittarius, with this archetype of the archer, we think about archery. In archery, when you miss the mark, that is what they call a sin. So, what do we do when we miss the mark? Well, that's where the archetype of the priest comes in handy. One of Sagittarius's archetypes, it's the guardian energy of what I would like to say is the recovery system of the underworld. Once you've faced the darkness and the shadow and you understand what wrongs you've done, what your ancestors have done, whatever has been done before you, the priest archetype with Sagittarius gives us solutions and tools to work with. No other sign is more well-versed in atonement, making amends, and forgiveness. A Sagittarius does not want bad blood with anyone, and they don't mind going the distance to make things right. This is the sign of being fully integrated. When we are willing to forgive, when we're willing to atone, when we're willing to make amends. It takes the fragmented pieces of the soul that we can find with the Scorpio archetype and allows us to begin putting ourselves back together. Sagittarius really wants to find full integration. If you think about it archetypally, it's a centaur, the man and the horse, blurred into one. It's the opposite of Gemini, where we see the extremes and the splits in the psyche, how we might fragment ourselves, and also with Scorpio, how we unconsciously fragment ourselves. Gemini, it really wants to make the split and cut down the middle. Sagittarius understands, all right, we have to definitely integrate, put them together. And Scorpio, it's where we hide the unconscious splits from ourselves. So, Chiron, the wounded healer, another Sagittarius archetype. When we ourselves have wounds, we have to learn how to heal ourselves, which then gives us the ability to heal others. We can only take those that we heal as far as we ourselves have gone. And Sagittarius, as wounded or living with demons, well, either live with them or dodge them. Sagittarius will teach you how. It'll show you. We can also think about Jupiter, the ruling planet for Sagittarius. It's the most expanded part of our birth chart. Wherever Jupiter falls, it's where we can see our philosophical approach to life, our deeper understanding, optimism, spirituality, expansion. But Jupiter also represents where we are so expanded that our demons can be found as well. Sagittarius and Jupiter's leanings are towards being lenient, So, with lenience, there is permission for breaking the rules, crossing the boundaries, experiencing outside influences that will inform your expansion or your demons. Wherever Jupiter is found in the birth chart, you'll see someone's skill, their expansion, but there is darkness there too. They're expanded there because they've got experience with whatever that sign is that their Jupiter placement falls in. In the tarot, we can think about the Wheel of Fortune. It's Jupiterian by nature. This is one of the Sagittarius cards. In the Rider-Waite deck, there is both an angel and a devil on the card. So, reflecting the light and the dark, just like we're discussing with this Jupiterian energy. Archangel Michael is the guardian of the Wheel of Fortune. So, greater than the devil, he's able to cast out the darkness and take you to the light. We can also think about Temperance, the archetype of the great integrator. It goes well hand in hand with Sagittarius. Temperance rules Sagittarius, or rather, Sagittarius rules Temperance. And what is temperance? Well, it's the energy of sobriety, abstinence, celibacy, or anything else in life where we learn to deal with the things that haunt us. It's allowing yourself to be fully integrated so that when you show up somewhere, you know how to dodge your own demons. A Gemini would say, I can't be around people who drink. 100%, I must cut them out. A Sagittarius learns to say, when someone offers, hey, you want a beer? And just say, no, man, I'm good. Are you sure? I'm good. A Sagittarius doesn't avoid their demons. They face them head on. The angel, that is the not archangel, regular angel, powerful nonetheless. The angel that rules Temperance is Hawakia, the angel of joy, known as God, the God of joy. How Jupiterian or Sagittarian? We can also think about the process of tempering chocolate as being very Sagittarius. It's the act of taking a hot chocolate and cold chocolate or room temperature chocolate and mixing them together in order to get a superior product. When you temper chocolate, it makes the chocolate shiny, it'll snap, and it'll firm up in a way that crystallizes molecularly. So when we apply temperance, we get a superior product. It's being able to have all of the best parts of yourself while being able to sustain or face the parts that no longer work. So when we think about the archetypes for Sagittarius, we have the trickster, the shapeshifter. Well, let's head over to our friend Kim Kranz to see what she has to say about the shapeshifter. Kim defines the shapeshifter as the trickster, the elusive, or the formless. The shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is the side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. Bending the rules, breaking the rules, Sagittarius. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focused lens. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. The shapeshifter is related to the mask. Notice if these two cards come up together in a reading, and if so, you are certainly in the realm of theater, trickery, illusion, and possibly deception. The ultimate shapeshifter works undercover in service of the greater good. The diminished shapeshifter becomes a people pleaser, or, like we talked about earlier, a criminal. When light, the shapeshifter is vibrant, adaptive, and humorous. When dark, they are charlatan, people-pleasing, or have trickery. To go deeper, check out the work of Cindy Sherman. She has tons of photos of herself where where she's dressed up as different costumes, different archetypes, different people. It's pretty powerful medicine. And like we talked about before, the medicine of the trickster, well, the trickster knows how to dodge their demons. They know how to shapeshift away or from something else. In the landscape of the underworld, Sagittarius archetype can be seen in any creature where there is two morphed into one, any sort of perversion of nature, anywhere where breaking the rules or crossing the boundaries can be seen. We think about the Libra archetype. We follow the rules with Libra. It's justice and fairness and truth, to do the right thing, to follow the rules. Well, 2 archetypes later, we get Sagittarius, learning how to bend the rules, how to break the rules, or how to dismiss them altogether. In Sagittarius season, we are exiting fall and heading into winter, so it's mutable by nature, mutable like a mutant. The fall blends into winter, and we come across holidays such as Thanksgiving. Well, Sagittarius is the sign of travel, but there's no other underworld shadow quite like the way of the European people coming to take the soil away from the Native Americans and ripping them away from their land. This is certainly breaking the rules and a cause for atonement. But we also have abundance. How Jupiterian. So these are the ways that Sagittarius really embraces the concept of the underworld.